Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Millennial Wealth. I am your host, Miguel, and today we are here to talk about Tesla, but I have to do the biggest of the disclaimers ever. I am an absolute Tesla bag holder. I own a metric ton of Tesla shares, and this is not an unbiased video. I am extremely biased towards Tesla, so if you're looking for a very unbiased video, this is not it. I am here to brag about my kids. You know how your kids sometimes make a really ugly painting and you say, oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness, we're gonna put this straight into the fridge. Even though it's not a Picasso or anything like that. This is me right now, right? So anyway, guys, if you, Daddy Elon Musk, if you're watching, big shout out to you. So anyway, guys, I have a big thing to say. First of all, I want to say that I've purchased Tesla every single month for over a year now. I've purchased Tesla in the 100s, I've purchased Tesla in the 200s, 300s, 400s, 500s, all the way into the 900s. Yes, I have purchased Tesla no matter when. To me, in my book, anything under $1,000 for Tesla is good. So now that you guys get the full scoop on me, now we can proceed and talk about it. By the way, my cost basis is in the $284. So yeah, definitely buying very heavy in the 180 to 250 range really benefited me when buying the most. This past week, because of the Rona, Tesla actually dropped all the way down to 350, which is where I scoop a bunch more. And I would never recommend this, I even sold some puts for $300 that someone bought from me for whatever reason. So yeah, anyway, guys, extremely biased. Love the company. So let's start talking about why I think and why I believe so much in Tesla and why I believe that it's probably going to be one of the best investments that I've done in my life, and that I, an extremely biased person, thinks in the next 5 to 10 years it's going to be like nothing else. So guys, my thesis starts that I don't think in 10 years from now, I don't think anyone's going to buy just an internal combustion vehicle, right? They call them ICE vehicles, internal combustion engine. I just don't think it's going to be the way to go. I think in some countries in Europe, they're already legislating. So after 2030, you cannot buy brand new ICE vehicles, which is how they call them. And I just think this is going to be the way to go. But I think it's a full advantage out of everyone. And I see a lot of people arguing that, well, yeah, but the electricity you use to charge your Tesla is still generated with coal, right? With burning fossil fuel. Yeah, I agree with that, and that's the case right now, right? I don't know if it's going to be the case in the future, the more we move to renewable energy, but that's not the point. The point is the small engine that every car has to be among one of the most inefficient ways of generating energy, guys. It dissipates so much of its energy in heat. It's not as efficient as a nuclear power plant. It's not as clean as a nuclear power plant or any other way. Even burning fossil fuel has to be more efficient than your small engine doing nothing there. So I just think it's going to be the way to go. I believe that's going to be what everyone's going to be driving in the future. Also, Tesla's cost of ownership versus regular vehicles is a lot cheaper. It costs a lot less in energy-wise to charge a Tesla than it is to get gas onto your car, right? No oil changes and less moving parts in general, guys. It's also pretty sophisticated. If you guys see like the HVAC system that he did for his cars, right? Because that was I was seeing an interview on him. He was talking about how much difficult it was, like the HVAC, the AC unit inside of a car, right? There's no, you don't have the heat exchange to do it like normal cars would do it, so they had to remanufacture and they had to reinvent it pretty much everything. He also has a heat pump on the Model Y, and the filtration system is unlike any other car ever has. Since also the car doesn't have an engine in the front because it has engines on the individual wheels, it has a lot of collapsible zones, which is why all the Teslas right now out in the market are like top safety picks for the NHS. Oh my goodness, I'm the worst spelling in English. NHS, which means that when the car if you hit, right, and you're driving that car, it has so many pockets. When a pocket collapses, it absorbs so much energy, guys. Also, since they have the batteries in the bottom and batteries are so heavy, the center of gravity is very low in these cars, making them incredibly resilient to flipping, right? So the card is extremely safe, right? The card has amazing cost of ownership, right? The car has features that no other car has in the department of, and self-driving and whatnot, which even though level 5 autonomy, I believe, which is the one that you say, car, take me from here to here, it's not available yet. It will be available in the future, but that's not like, I wouldn't buy a Tesla because of that. I wouldn't buy a Tesla because I want a car that drives itself. It'll be nice in the future when they can do it, but that's not why I would buy it today. Tesla as a company has been profitable the last 4 out of 6 quarters, right? So in the last year and a half, they've been profitable more than half of those. And that's when I really decided to go heavy into Tesla. Because yes, at the beginning you've heard of them and you see every now and then you see one in the streets, right? But they did not prove back then that they could do it. So to me, when Tesla became profitable more consistent than not, it's the turning point in which, they were trying to see if they could do something. Now they've proven they can do it, right? And now they are going to continue doing it, which is why I'm so invested in the company. I'm not that bothered that they were losing money. I think like that's the model that companies like Amazon did. They were trying to build scale even at the cost of profit. So later on in the future, like today, they could benefit a lot more from that. So now, obviously, we have the whole Rona situation happening right now, which has impacted absolutely everyone in the business. January, this first quarter, guys, has to be the slowest selling quarters for cars. Cars are extremely cyclical, right? People buy them more to the end of the year. I don't know, they get more discounts. People get them for Christmas. I don't know. So this first quarter, traditionally, it's a lot slower for car manufacturers, right? And you put on top of that the whole Rona situation, and I think it's going to be a pretty disappointing quarter of earnings, not only for Tesla, pretty much for any other company, right? However, I think, and I may be wrong on this, and then let me know when Q1 and Q2 earnings come back to this video and comment it. I think they are going to surprise everything with their earnings, and I think they're going to look really, really good. But that's just me speculating right now, guys. So why am I so bullish in the company, guys? Right now, Tesla has 4 vehicles out, right? Which spell the word sexy: Model S, Model 3, Model X, and Model Y, by the way. So they just released the Model Y in the US, and the Cybertruck is coming in 2 years. And why do I think that's so huge? In the US, the number 1 car selling segment is mid-size crossovers, right? So the Model Y is the best selling car by segment in the US, followed by, you guessed it, the trucks, right? So Tesla is about to hit into those. They had the full-size SUV, the Model Y. They had the Model S, which was the sports car, which was the luxury car. And then when they released Model 3, which is the mass appealing car, right? The one that everyone could buy. That's the one that they really prove. And Elon had a mission he did this years ago that says, we're going to build a really fast car. And then with that car, we're going to finance it and we're going to make it cheaper so then we can bring back to the masses. And he did. I mean, that's exactly what he did. The Roadster is also coming, which is going to be, I think, like $250,000 car. That's going to be quite nice. And I think Porsche tried to Porsche is going at it with them, but I don't think it's doing it. Tesla, in my opinion, has no competition, right? That was something that you would always hear from the bears. The bears is people that are negative on something, that everything's going down, whatever. They were, you just gotta wait when Ford comes with their technology. You just gotta wait for Porsche. You just gotta wait for this and this and this. And then Ford came, right? And they chose the Mustang Mach-E, which is like their electric take on it. And other car manufacturers are coming with like their own designs and their own electric cars. And I feel like once I saw the competition, that's when I was buying more and more into Tesla, because I was like, that's what you got to compete. Extremely lackluster in the battery department, extremely lackluster in the charging department, and they don't have the supercharging network. And not only that, remember, someone like Ford, in order for Ford to sell you an electric car, they have to not sell you an ICE car, right? They have to sacrifice not selling you a gas Mustang to sell you an electric Mustang. And that's not cool, guys, because they're losing money on that. Current car makers, right? They make a lot of money from maintenance. They make so even if they lose money selling you the car up front, they're eventually going to make it with the maintenance, which with the Tesla it's going to be a lot lower. So how is it going to work? We don't know. Tesla also doesn't have the same model of selling cars like every other car manufacturer, right? they need dealerships to sell their cars. So I am Ford and you are my dealer. I sell you cars and then you sell those cars to people. Tesla sells straight to consumers, right? You go to their website, to their app, whatever, you order it, you get it in front of your house, and that's it. And you know, all of those things add up, guys. All of those things save. You can go to a boutique and you can see them, but they sell straight to you. They don't have that model, which kind of affects them in some states, because some states don't allow selling cars directly to consumers, which I don't know, but we'll get there. Anyway, Tesla just finished at like their Shanghai factory, the Shanghai Gigafactory, which was obviously in China. I don't even know why I have to specify, but whatever. And they started to look in Berlin, right? They selected the place, and they're going to start building the Gigafactory in Berlin, guys. Extremely well positioned. Now we are going to have a stronghold in China, which is the #1 EV, electrical vehicle market in the world. And now we're going to go into Europe, which, as you heard, they're going to be transitioning into full electric in 10 years from now. So, you know, I think we're in all the important places. And the important thing about putting those factories all over the world, first of all, is that then if you make a car in China, it's going to be cheaper than if you make it in the US and then send it to China. You don't have to pay the same import taxes. So it's really a benefit for everyone, right? But also, right, when we got the whole Roni situation like we have right now, the China factory closed during the Chinese Lunar Year because everything closes for like 2 weeks. But after that, they've just been going at it. It doesn't matter anything you've heard on the news. It doesn't matter anything that is happening right now in the US. The Shanghai Gigafactory, it's producing cars faster than ever, guys. And that's going to be very, very nice because they're going to be carrying us. I don't think the Berlin Gigafactory is going to be as fast as the China one. The China one took like 10 months, took less than a year from basically nothing, mud, to start generating cars. So that was very, very cool, guys. So now, this is where I struggle the most every time. Not that I'm go preaching about Tesla everywhere, but this is where I struggle the most when people ask me, why do I buy Tesla? It's because I believe all the analysts on Wall Street right now and everyone, they still keep comparing Tesla to every other car manufacturer. They're always like, oh, how did Tesla has this high evaluation? Tesla makes less cars than Toyota. They cannot be that expensive. They cannot be worth more than Ford. They cannot be this and this and this. And I think that's where a lot of people are missing the mark on Tesla. I don't think Tesla is necessarily an automaker as much as a tech company that sells cars. That's the way I see it. That's my bull test. It's built all around there. Because yes, they are making cars right now, right? But they're also collecting billions upon billions upon billions of self-driving miles, which is data, right? Which is what Amazon and Google sell. They have data now. They can sell it to everyone. Hey, you want to get your own you gotta do the whole self-driving car. You need miles for it. I'll sell you some miles. So that's gonna come in super, super handy for them in the future. Not to mention, the Tesla roof and the whole Tesla like battery, it's amazing. Like, you guys have to check it and you guys have to see how much a Tesla roof, because now they have those ugly plaques, that like solar plaques that everyone have seen from years and years and years, but now they have the new solar roof, right? There is some tiles that they look just like shingles and they can replace your roof. In case you guys don't know, in the United States, shingle roof, they need to be replaced every X amount of years. This type of roof not only lasts way, way longer than that one, but it's also gonna power your house, right? In case you guys don't know, I don't know if other parts of the world is the same or not. If you produce more energy in your house than what you use, you retroactively feed it to the electrical company and they pay you for your electricity. So it's not only something that's going to last longer than your current roof, it's something that, first of all, it's going to save you a bunch of money in electricity in the long term, right? Those things come with a massive warranty, so it'll probably pay off itself before the warranty goes off. But then you'll be able to sell electricity back. So you're going to be pretty much just having a printing money machine on the top of your house, versus before that you had nothing. Big opportunity right there. Tesla also has the Tesla big, like I think it's called the big pack batteries. They have this battery arrays that are massive, right? So if you have a city that has a lot of electricity problems, you install one of those big packs, guys, and it prevents it, right? If you have like a problem with your electricity, the batteries kick off and then you just keep charging the batteries. And I think that's where we're going to be going, and I think that's going to be the future, right? We have so much energy right now that it's being wasted on this planet, from the sun, from wind, for whatever. And once we can harvest that non-stop, we need somewhere to put it, right? We're not going to need it all the time, and that's where the big batteries are going to come by. However, I think the biggest thing that no one's talking about is the Tesla Semi. Tesla is coming up with a semi truck, like just a regular truck, the ones that deliver all the things from Amazon left and right, that it's going to be a lot more expensive than a traditional diesel truck. It's going to come around $200,000, and right now they're not making it simply because Tesla cannot make enough batteries, right? Right now, Tesla is hindered. They're constrained by how many batteries they can make. They have to make batteries for the cars. They have to make batteries for the houses, right? For the power wall. They have to make batteries for the big packs. They cannot make batteries for everything as fast, guys. But once the Tesla Semi comes to fruition and it starts selling, it's game over for every other truck, right? Why would you have a diesel truck that the most expensive thing of operating the truck is the diesel when you can have this the semi truck that it's just gonna be a fraction in energy, right? The biggest expense of owning a truck you're gonna cut, a third of it. I made that number out of my butt, by the way. And Tesla, it's already estimated that if you buy a semi, like one of the Tesla semis, they're gonna pay for itself in savings in 3 years. Can you imagine? And the other argument, a lot of people say, oh, well, yeah, but trucks need to go from one side to the country to the other. Most trucks don't, guys. Most trucks don't drive more than 500 miles in a day, and they're going to be plenty with the batteries. They have to stop. Someone's driving it, they have to stop. Also, having electrical motors instead of ice, I'm just gonna call them ice, whatever. You guys know when you're driving and next thing you know there's a hill and the trucks start going really, really slow because they cannot keep up with. Electric motors won't have that issue, guys. The torque they generate a lot more than regular ice diesel trucks. So they're gonna make it to a destination faster because of that. They also don't use brakes. That's something I was reading on. Since all of the wheels are powered by electrical motors, they can reverse. This sounds crazy, but they can reverse the magnetic field and make it stop with magnets, right? So you can have a truck that's going to stop faster and it's not going to use brakes, which is pretty expensive for trucks. Everything just keeps adding up. Also, it's going to have all of the cameras. It's going to have all the bells and whistles. It's going to be super safe, super secure. I just don't see how we're not gonna, once they can make batteries, right? I just don't know how you wouldn't 100% change in that. Already a bunch of people have pre-orders on those, and the competition is not looking really good. I know Amazon put a bunch of orders, I think for Rivian, don't quote me on that. I think Amazon put a big order with Rivian, but don't quote me on that, please. Hopefully I'm right on that. Yeah, also, let's think, right? Let's say you are, I don't know, Comcast. Just the worst example ever, worst company ever. A company that needs a lot of trucks, a company that needs a lot of stuff. And I tell you, why don't you, instead of buying whatever pickup truck you're buying to do your work to work, just buy a Cybertruck, right? Your drivers are not going to drive that much more during the day. Now you have this utility vehicle that will cost less it would cost less, in maintenance. It's going to cost less in charging. It's going to cost less in all of this, and it's going to save you money at the end of the day. That's the thing, guys. I'm so biased with this that this video is so gross, but I'm just super biased and making this video. I'm probably just making this video for myself, and I'm gonna rewatch it every now and then just to remember why am I doing this. So I'm extremely bullish on it, guys. Right now their market cap dipped, right? They went at $900 and something not too long ago. They dipped. Now they're at $540, which makes their market cap right under $80 billion, right? Which, if you compare it to Ford, it's a lot, but Ford is also a dying car industry. If you see their growth, if you see Tesla's growth, so you can't really compare those things to one another. But what I was going to say is that Elon Musk, the way he's going to get paid, it's on a bonus basis based on the size of the company, right? All the way from where we are right now, all the way up to about $600 billion. So if Daddy Elon Musk, Papi Elon, wants to get paid, he needs to get this company from where it's right now and grow it 8 times. From 80 to 600 billions, it's 8 times. That times 8. That's about $4,000, guys. More than $4,000 a share. And let's say we're half wrong. Let's say, Tesla really can deliver, right? And Elon just gets the company to a measly $300 billion. That's still that times 4, guys. That's still a lot. So yeah, I just don't see a company that in 5 to 10 years is gonna be able to do better than them. In this thing, they're so years and years ahead in battery technology, years and years ahead on self-driving, years and years. They were so far ahead, guys, that they had to kick Nvidia out. They were like, your chip is not as good. We're gonna make our own chip. So they were using, at the beginning, they were using Nvidia chips, right? They're like, nah, it's fine. We'll make our own. So now they're making a bunch of their parts in-house, guys, and they're making their cars better and better and better, and their margins are like no other car manufacturer. Right now they're sitting on about $900 billion, if I'm not mistaken, so they got plenty of money, guys, to withstand a recession or whatever we go through. So yeah, I'm extremely bullish, and I will continue to buy Tesla until they're over $1,000. So Tesla can go to $700 next week and I'm still buying. Tesla can go to $999 and I'll probably buy my last one and then close it. So anyway, guys, that's it. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this, and hopefully you guys can bring some good arguments in the bottom, because I would love to hear them. Some good points, some bad points, bring them all, and I'll make sure to read them and comment to most of them as I can. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up for this episode right now. I hope everyone's having a fantastic time, guys, a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all later. Bye, Papi Elon.